I'm in San Antonio for REITs REITwise, our 2019 Law, Accounting, and Finance Conference. Joining me today is Jeff Clark, Senior Vice President of Tax and JV Accounting with Host Hotels and Resorts. Jeff, thanks so much for joining us.
Sure, glad to do it.
Now, here at REITwise, you moderated a session on partnership tax issues. Can you start by giving us your overall impression of the appetite and regulatory climate for REITs and JVs?
Well, in my experience, Matt, the REITs are very prolific users of joint ventures, and I refer to them as down REITs as opposed to up REITs, just a different word to use. But I think there's three real reasons that we've used, in fact, Host has used JVs in the past. We typically can get a lower cost of capital by using institutional investor partners or sovereign wealth partners to drive down the effective cost of capital. Also, we find that going into foreign countries, since we weren't familiar with the countries into which we were going, we'd find a local partner because they could navigate the traps and for the unwary that we weren't capable of doing ourselves. They were a partner with us doing that. And then thirdly, even in the U.S., when we found a development opportunity, we're not really a development company, being a REIT, and so we'll find a local partner that is in fact used to developing properties, again, permitting and that kind of thing, to help us pave the way to be able to do that development. So those are the three reasons why I think REITs, and not only us, but others, use JV partners to in a very prolific way to find their ways into these either domestic or foreign markets.
And what are some of the practical implications on existing and new partnerships of the new partnership audit rules?
Wow, that's a great question. It's like a snake lurking in the grass, I think of this, because those of us that have been OPs for 12, 13, 14 years are hesitant to change our partnership agreement just because it's been in existence for so long. And the rules are effective in 2018. The regulations are finally finalized. But when you think about it, they're effective for 18. Tax returns for 18 don't get filed until October of 19. Then it takes the IRS a couple of years to audit. So practically, even though everybody's all excited, scared, worried about these regs, it's really practically not until 2021, 22 before they'll actually be executed. Having said that, I think our lack of progressiveness on these needs to stop, and we need to amend these agreements in order to take care of them. But those are the practical issue is it's very exciting, but nobody wants to take the next step because they can wait 2 years and still not be penalized for it.
Now, in your first answer, you talked about down REITs, so now let's talk about up REITs. What issues are tax directors of up REIT structures focused on in terms of implementing tax reform?
I'm going to show my age here, but I think this tax season that we're going through now is as bad or worse than 1986 when the laws passed in October. These laws passed in December of 17. We're sitting here in March of 19 with a bunch of regs just being issued. 163J, guilty, beat, the regs around all kinds of reporting. The 199 Cap A regs are all just out, and we're trying to figure out how to report all these things on a real-time basis, taking positions, having JV partners come back and ask for different positions. And so it's really just been a big, almost drinking out of a fire hose, trying to execute 1099s back in January, K1s by the end of March, all the while trying to figure out these mammoth 500-page regulations, 4 or 5 versions of them, and implementing the K1s and the 1099s all within a 2 or 3 month period has made it very difficult. In fact, a lot of the things haven't been addressed, the items that we need to take positions on. We're doing the best we can, filing returns and hoping for the best.
Well, Jeff, thank you so much for joining us.
Sure, glad to do it.
For more information on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit NAREIT's website, REIT.com.